Okay, so this is going to be our Ortho 4 drawing. We're going to say that every grid mark is equal to 1 inch. And we're going to be drawing the front, top, and right side view of this. Your front view is going to be aiming in this direction, side view over on the right side here. And then the top view will be looking straight down on top of this. Let's just get the overall dimensions. So the overall length is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 inches long. The width is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.5 inches long or wide. And the height is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5. So 9 by 6.5 by 5.5. Now this base is 2 inches tall. This part here is 2 inches tall, and then the top part is 1.5 inches tall. Okay. So as we start to draw this, these are the measurements that we're going to use to draw the front, top, and right side view of this object. So in AutoCAD, I'm actually going to slide my title block aside, and we're going to create the drawing over on the right-hand side here. And then we're going to have to scale it down to fit back in our border line. So front view first, we said that the front view was 9 inches long. So I'm going to start my front view. Let me turn on polar tracking, start it to the right. It was 9 inches long. We said that the base was 2 inches tall. 9 by 2. And there are 2 notches on either side. If I pull this back here and look, there is a notch here and a notch here. And that notch is 1, 2.5 grid marks. 1, 2.5 grid marks from either end. And so let me offset this line and this line 2.5 inches in towards the middle. So offset 2.5, enter. Take this one in and this one in. And then there's that little bench thing that sits on top, and that sits 1.5 inches from either side. So I'm just going to draw a reference line from here, this direction, 1.5, enter. And then it's 3.5 inches tall. 3.5, enter. And the whole thing is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 inches wide. 6 inches long. And then back down. And the base of that bench thing is 2 inches. So I'm just going to offset 2, enter. I'm just going to take this top line right here and offset it up, and then trim off this piece and this piece. So that's what the front view looks like on this object. So now I'm just going to project some lines up. I'm just going to come straight up from here, and I'm going to draw a line over 9. We said it was 6.5 backwards, 6.5, enter, by 9 by 6.5. Delete out my reference line there. I know that this point right here is this little notch, so I'm going to extend this point up to here and go in 1.5 and over. I'm going to do the same thing from this point. Just going to extend up, click 1.5 and over. And I can trim out the corners. These two and these two. And now I've got this bench that sits back here. And I know that if I just take an extension from here all the way to the back and come 3 down, all the way over here, which was 6. Went back. And I know that there's a line right through the middle, 1.5 inches through. So I'm going to get my line, go from the midpoint here, straight across. Okay, so there's my top view. Now I'm just going to draw that 45-degree projection line. So I'm just coming from here, and I'm going to go up at a 45. I know it's 45 because I've turned on polar tracking and I have the 45-degree line turned on. So now I just have to use this as a projection tool. So for front view, I'm just going to draw a bunch of lines straight across. Top view, I'm coming over and down. I'm going to leave it at that to start. So here is my base is right here. So I can trim off. So here's my base piece. That's this piece here, my base. And now I'm going to create the bench up on top. So I'm going to come from here, down, here, and down. The height right here, from here. 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 Now trim. Trim out these. This. These. And here is the front, top, and right side view of Ortho 4. So if I put these side by side. Okay, so if I put this side by side, hopefully it shows up on the camera. This is what this looks like for the orthographic projection.